From our Abuja studio. We begin this half hour with this developing story where a federal high court in Abuja has granted the detained self-acclaimed leader of the proscribed separatist group, Indigenous People of Biafra Nnamdi KANU, the last opportunity to enter a defense in his ongoing terrorism trial. Failing to do so, he would be deemed to have foreclosed the case. Justice James Omotosho moments ago ruled that it was his duty as a judge in the case to accord the defendant sufficient opportunity to put in his defense. The judge spoke while ruling on an application by the prosecuting lawyer Adegboyega Awomolo San that the court should foreclose KANU, who failed to enter his defense, having spent 5 out of the 6 days allotted him by the court to conduct his defense. Awomolo noted that the court on Tuesday adjourned till Wednesday for KANU to enter defense in his trial or be deemed to have waived his right to do so.
We have concluded today's hearing in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, and the crowning glory of it was that he put up a very good defense of himself, even though he was concentrating on the objections raised to the jurisdiction of the court. On that note, the court adjourned for further hearing to 7th of November, when the court expects that he would enter his full defense. Well, having said that, I know a lot of people have raised questions and eyebrows about the propriety of Nnamdi Kanu representing himself. It is his decision to make. He has the right under the Constitution to defend himself, and this case being politically charged, I think the idea or the notion that this is a normal criminal case has to be dispensed with. This is a normal criminal case at all. If you want to understand the complexity of this case and the true political dimensions to it, you think of the case of Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, or Bafemi Awolowo, Mahatma Gandhi. These cases were all politically tinged cases masquerading as criminal prosecutions, and these great men I mentioned, at some point in their struggle, at some point in their travail imposed on them by the state, they took the podium and defended themselves. So a politically charged case often comes with some unusual dimensions like this. So, because, why? The reason is simple. Lawyers are restricted to very narrow wiggle room when they are doing a case. And that narrow wiggle room can be inimical, can be prejudicial to the interest of the client when the case has a political dimension to it. That thing needs to be out there. That limitation we have is not expected of the defendant himself. So a lot of times the defendant himself will make the best defense of his case at that very point in time. That does not obviate the fact that the presence of a lawyer in a case is always better, but in certain circumstances there are exceptions, and the exception is this one is one of the major exceptions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, my lord has adjourned the matter to 7th of July, 7th of November, for the Mazi to open his defense, or he will foreclose his right of defense. So we are going back to the drawing board, go back to office, look at it, and offer our advice as consultants. But having said that, the issue of talking to the press also came up, and we said no. Right to address the press is a fundamental right, because once we fail to address the press and tell the press the real position of things, they may go about report, especially those of them who don't have the opportunity of coming inside the court. They may go and report another thing. So the court say that we should will have a right to exercise to address the press, which even the prosecution has confirmed. But he said that we should do it in line with the law, just like as I'm doing it now. I just reported what happened in court, not prejudicing what is happening, what is going to happen. And I believe that just like every other person, we are calling Mr. President to discontinue this trial. It's embarrassing Nigeria the more. Thank you and God bless you.